Good afternoon, welcome to the Midday Mull for Friday the 4th of September. We continue to reflect on the book of Ruth. We got to the point where Boaz had been approached. He'd agreed to be a guardian redeemer, but it said there's one other person who stood ahead of him in line, and he had to be approached first. And so he went to the gateway to the town, which is where all the business was done, and he sits down with this other person and a number of the leaders of the community. And we continue from verse 3. Then he said to the guardian redeemer, Naomi, who has come back from Moab, is selling the piece of land that belonged to our relative Elimelech. I thought I should bring the matter to your attention and suggest that you buy it in the presence of those seated here and in the presence of the elders of my people. If you will redeem it, do so. But if you will not, tell me, and I will know, for no one has the right to do it except you, and I'm next in line. And as I was reflecting on that, I was thinking, here's Boaz stepping into a gap that he didn't have to. He could have said to Naomi, look, this person, Fred or whoever he was, he has a prior claim. Go and speak to him first. And if he says no, then come back to me. He could have just passed the ball to her, because ultimately it was her ball. I suppose maybe if Ruth was particularly attractive and he thought this would be a wonderful marriage, he had a vested interest, that may well have been. But I was struck by the notion of acting on behalf of other people. In a patriarchal society, Naomi's wiggle space was limited. He, as a man, and as we were told earlier, as a person of stature, had a whole lot more clout than she would. And therefore, he would step into the gap. And sometimes that's what we're called to do. As Christians, we are to stand in the gap between people and God in terms of prayer and intercession and bringing people to God. They're not going to do it. We will do it on their behalf. We will approach God and plead with him. But also in real life, sometimes we do need to stand in the gap, particularly where we have power and other people don't, because of whatever their gender, their race, their orientation, whatever it is, where people are disadvantaged. If we have advantage, we need to use it for good. And we see Boaz doing that. We see Jesus doing that all the time, stepping in where other people wouldn't go. And as Christians, we need to be those kind of people that use our positions, that use our influence for the good of others. And so be encouraged, be challenged, be drawn out. And as you minister in this way, be blessed.